Hi everybody. We are back from Wisconsin on our lot in Georgia and thrilled to be here. The first day we got back it was really nice and sunny and got a lot of stuff done, but we've had nothing but problems since we got back. So you hear that back there? I'm going to turn it off so you can hear me better. So hold on. That's a fan running back there. I had some blankets and sheets stacked back there because I don't know why, I just left them there. And everything was wet, I found this morning. We think it's just because of the condensation that was on the wall and it was, getting the blankets and stuff all wet. So that's all at the laundry getting dealt with, except for my Afghan because that's made out of alpaca. That's hanging in the back. Then we had no hot water, so we had to mess with the hot water heater. The anode needed to be replaced anyway, so we did that. And then we did a bunch of troubleshooting on a Grand Design RV group and YouTube, and that's taken care of. Then our golf cart wouldn't charge. So we got that figured out, and that's charged. The pump in the rig wouldn't work. Figured that out, got that done. There were more leaks behind the Nautilus. Again, like the 8th or 9th or gazillionth time. So Rocky spent most of the day yesterday back there replacing some more tubing and putting more clamps on and better stuff. And he was pretty sore last night it's a very small storage in there, so he had a hard time getting in there and was all twisted. So his back was killing him last night. So that's fixed. Then today, we have the push button keyless entry RV lock, and that's the brand. I am never going to get one again. Ever since we got it, it worked for about a month. And then after that, it'll lock when nobody's around on its own, or it'll unlock when nobody's around on its own. Constantly. And it won't unlock when it's supposed to. So that started beeping and wouldn't stop. And it was loud enough that everybody in the RV park could hear it. So I got my screwdriver out and took that apart. And that is actually RV lock. I'm sending it back to you because that thing's been nothing but junk since we installed it. And if you guys want to try those, fine, but I certainly would not recommend it. Is there anything else? Well, it's been raining for 2 days. Oh, a saw-whet owl. They're very small, maybe 7 inches, 6 tall. We went for a walk when we got back here the first night, and it was dark. And we see something in the middle of the road, and there's this little saw-whet that had done a faceplant on the asphalt. So I went and picked it up to see what was going on. And he wasn't visibly injured anywhere, but he was not. It's very cold down here the last week, up until now, until we got back. So I put him inside my jacket, and we brought him back here to the rig, and then I put him in a Tupperware and put a towel over it so he couldn't get out if he got better. So I talked to my rehab friend. She rehabs birds, and she gave me some suggestions as to what to feed him and stuff. And I tried that, but he wasn't interested. I really thought he was going to die. Pretty much guaranteed. I would have bet my life on it. So long story short, we go to bed pretty early. A couple hours later, all of a sudden, Glacier, our dogs sleep with us, so Glacier jumped like when Yukon would have a seizure, and we all jumped like, holy crap, is what's going on? And then I realized he was okay, but then he kept coming up on my head. And I'm like, what the heck? So I flipped the light on thinking there's a mouse in our bed because, that happens. And I freaked out about the mouse potential, but I didn't freak out at what it was. And it was the owl on my nightstand looking back at me. Thank God Glacier did not go after him. Thank goodness. But then I thought, well, he was just flipping cold. So I put him back in the Tupperware, put the towel over the top, got dressed, and then went outside and pulled the towel back, and off he went. And I do have a video of that. It's actually pretty cool, albeit very short, because that towel came off. I went to pick him up, and he was gone. So if you're going to full-time RV or even part-time RV, guess what? You're going to have issues. Things are going to happen. Yes, it's frustrating. We are lucky in that the rig's sitting here and we could work on it, and we're not like stuck somewhere that it would be inconvenient to fix everything that goes wrong. But just keep that in mind, that things are going to happen. Guaranteed. They're going to happen. On top of that, we had a leak above our roof before we left. It was leaking down in the kitchen. That's fixed. And my cupboard up by my bed is pulling apart. But I marked where it's coming apart, and it hasn't gotten any worse since. And we went down to Alabama and back, and it hasn't changed. So I don't know what's up with that. And I'm not dropping it off at the dealer, because then it'll be gone for a year. So I wanted to wish you guys a Happy New Year. Hopefully 2023 is happy and healthy for everyone. And get out there and do things while you still can.
I never even seen it.
He took off.